Hey everyone, let's today discuss this topic. And today's topic is about what are the biggest mistake that our young generation, that upcoming generation, and this new generation is continuously making, and what kind of repeated mistakes, what kind of loopholes that they have created in their life, and they are not able to get out from that zone. They are not able to take themselves out from that loop, from that circle of habits which are taking themselves into that zone, into that life which is not creating anything, which is not contributing to the society, which is not related to the growth in their life, improvement circle of their life. So the one common repeated mistake that nowadays our young generation is habitual in doing, that they are using their smartphone in most of the time. If you are using your smartphone aimlessly, if you don't have any proper planning, if you don't have that mindset, if you don't have that thought process, if you don't have that idea how to use your smartphone, and if you are aimlessly just using your smartphone, consuming all the information, and aimlessly just scrolling in Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, so then what are you doing? You are just losing your attention. You are just losing your attention level. And nowadays, it has become so much important that you should have a more attention on yourself rather than the outer world. So if whenever your attention will go to the outside, just with instead of focusing on yourself, whenever your attention will go to the all of those external activity which is continuously happening in your surroundings, then what it will create ultimately in your life, it will create the noise, it will create that distraction, it will create that confusion of thought process, it will create that thoughts, it will create that loopholes in your life which will not able to give you that direction in your life is really should have in your life. So attention is become nowadays it's big currency, because all of the social media, all of the internet algorithm, all of the AI is just trying to gather all, trying to take more and more attention from the people so that they can earn money. If you are aimlessly spending your attention level day by day, just using your smartphone, if you think, if I am using smartphone, if I have that access of internet, if I have daily data, like the 2.5 GB, 1 GB, whatever it is, nowadays it has become unlimited because we have entered already in a 5G zone. So if you're just continuously just aimlessly using your smartphone and spending your attention level all of those nonsense useless activities, just without knowing the fact that you what kind of energy, what kind of things that you are losing. So this is the common mistake that nowadays our young generation is continuously making. They are just spending their attention and they think it is a free thing. No, it's not free. You are paying that thing with the cost of your life. You could have become that successful person, you could have become that high growth personality in your life if you used that time, that attention in yourself, if you use that amount of time to create something in your life. So don't spend your attention level aimlessly. If you want to understand something, then prioritize that thing, then go to the internet, then find that things, then do that deep research on that thing. And second one is that nowadays every young generation is you can say is facing they are confused, because whenever you will consume lots of data, whenever you will consume lots of information from the internet, what it will create ultimately in your mind, it will create that confusion level, it will create that confusion level in your mind, which will not provide you the right direction in your life. So maximize the using of your smartphone. If you are continuously using your smartphone more than 10 hours every single day, if you are continuously using your smartphone more than 5 hours every single day, then it means you are killing the future version of yourself, which you could have become in your life, best version of yourself. And third one is that nowadays our young generation is being trapped in the loopholes of toxic things like smoking, like alcohol, like all of those toxic things which is not healthy for the society, which is not healthy for the young generation, which is not healthy for the that man who is continuously consuming it. If you have that high ambition in your mind, if you have that deep level thoughts in your mind, if you have that courage in your mind that you want to do something great in your life, if you have that idea that I can do something better in my life, then you have to quit all of those nonsense habits which is taking you down, like smoking, like alcohol, like chasing girls, like spending uselessly your time. So you have to be a very conscious person. You don't you cannot afford to waste your time, you cannot afford to waste your energy level, you cannot afford to waste your money. And by doing all of this activity, what are you doing? You are wasting these three major principle of your life, means money, energy and time. These are the three things which you should preserve in your life, which you should use in your life in a very right direction. And if you don't know how to use your money in your growth level, if you don't know how to use your energy to become that person, to your growth level, to become that improvised person, then you will lose the battle. And if you don't know how to use your time, and if you think it's free for you, time is not free for you. It will take you that amount of time whenever you spend that amount of time in your life. So you have to have very conscious just using these three things in your life: money, energy and time. And if you see these things, that nowadays our young generation is continuously and aimlessly just spending their time, they think it is free. No, it's not free. You have to pay the price today. Whatever you are doing, you have to pay the price in future, because whatever you are doing whatever you will do in your future is create the difference, will create the difference, because whatever you are doing and whatever you will do in future, there is a long gap of difference. And if you think your time is very free, if you think if your time doesn't have that amount of value in your life, if you think you are young, you have energy, you have all those time to hang out with the friends, to hang out with all of those nonsense person, then you are in a misconception of your life. When the amount of time today you will invest in yourself, the amount of man, person and money, energy, time you will get in future from that version of yourself. So don't waste your time, don't waste your energy, don't waste your time. So, and third one, the most dangerous thing that nowadays our young generation is continuously doing. They are just chasing girls. Means if you have that mindset that I have to achieve something, I have to become someone, I have to contribute something to the society. If you have this mindset and unconsciously, if you are chasing girlfriend, if you are chasing after a girl, if you're just continuously trying to impress someone, rather than impressing you, you should impress yourself. You should know yourself. Whatever you are doing, you are trying to know that third person in your life. You don't need to know the other person in your life. You just need to channelize that amount of energy and focus inside you. And whenever your focus and energy will absorb inside you, and whenever your focus and energy will be directed towards you, then you will be able to understand yourself. This is our human body, human mind. This human mind has a thousand times of potential in this world, but where we are using this human mind, you are just we are using this human mind, all of those illogical nonsense activity for doing this thing. So don't chase girlfriend, don't chase girls, chase your goals. Don't uselessly spend your time, focus on yourself. Don't smoke, don't do any kind of consume any kind of alcohol in your life. What you will do, or what will create by doing all of this activity, whenever you will do all of this activity in your life, what it will ultimately happen, it will create that amount of confusion in your mind, and it will give you that short time of cheap dopamine in your life, and that cheap dopamine is not helpful, is not going to create the best life for you. And well, rather than spending your time uselessly, you should read books, you should listen meaningful podcasts, you should spend more time with yourself. You should go outside the nature, walk, go outside the nature, feel the nature, what kind of nature outside it is. You should practice meditation, you should practice writing skill, develop one kind of skill which will give you that amount of money in future that you need to have, and you should have to live your better life. So this was the today's video about what are the most common mistake and our young generation and our new upcoming generation is continuously doing in their life, and why and how we can avoid all of those mistakes, and how we can create our from our how we can create a best version of ourselves. Okay, thank you so much.